Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new official licensed Joytoy Warhammer 1/18 scale Space Marines Space Wolves Claw Pack member Logan Ghostwolf. This is a packaging it comes in. It's a black box, nice artwork of the figure on the packaging. We have the logos on the top of the box. Age recommendations is 15 and up. These are for adult collectibles. The bottom of the Warhammer logo, and we have the product description. Top of the box, Warhammer 40k logo. Bottom of the box, Warhammer logo again. Here on the side of the box, we have copyrights and the other information we've already seen. This side of the box, we have a bunch of Chinese, some symbols for age recommendations, recycling, and UPC. On the back, we have the product description at the top. We have a image there on the left of the video with all these weapons laid out in front of him, and on the right, three small front, back, and chest heads images of the figure. It looks pretty awesome. So let's go and take a look at the figure outside the packaging. Here's what the figure looks like inside the clamshell. Very nicely packaged. And on the back, you may have noticed there's a baggie taped with his cape. So be very careful you don't forget that or toss it out if it does come off. Just be aware of it at least. Okay, here we have Logan Ghostwolf just out of the packaging. It looks amazing. Very nice light blue armor with some weathering with some light black around the figure's armor. So let's start off by taking a look at that helmeted sculpt. Okay, here we have the helmet. We have this diamond on his head. It has gold trim with a red diamond in the center. Red eyes, black vent. On the side we have this silver tube with the cylinder. It's also silver, and I believe that's on both sides. It is. We have the skull and wings done in gold, looking very nice. On this pauldron we have some very nice artwork there. I'm not sure what that symbol means. I'm sure it has something to do with their chapter, obviously, but if there's a specific name for it, I'm not totally sure. But here is the chapter's insignia. The wolf head looks amazing. Here we have the upper guard here on this pauldron. There is some studs throughout the top of that, very nicely detailed. This side does not have that. It's just a blue trim. This is an extra guard here, I'm assuming for sideways fire. Below that we have either a claw or a tooth hanging. Very, very nice. The back of the figure, we do have the peg holes for the power pack or backpack. Just below that we do have three pouches here, or I should say two pouches in a cylinder. It is removable. Empty case for his pistol that you actually can't put in there. It's just for aesthetics. And then a pouch there on the side. Little silver stud there. On his waist belt we have some crossbones. Looks amazing with the black background and it's gold trim. We have some vinyl fur hanging down. This is not a soft good. There's some vent pieces there on that leg and also on that leg. Couple buttons there painted red and silver. Looks very nice. Other than that, the lower legs are pretty much what we're used to seeing. It's a lighter blue from the Ultramarines, but there is some weathering here around the bottom of the shin guard and on top of the foot. Looks very nice. Let's see, we spin these around so we take a look at the joints. A little stiff, but not too bad. So here's a 360 look at the figure. Got a couple little silver touches there. A little silver there also. Some more angle so we can take a look at the character. top of the character. Bottom, 2 peg holes. Looks really good. I love the Space Wolves chapter. I think they're awesome. I think I really can relate to them because I do appreciate wolves. They're real animals all my life. I thought they were very majestic animals, so I think that's kind of how I attach myself to them. Well, nonetheless, it's a fantastic looking figure. Alright, so let's go and take a look at the articulation for the head. He can look down, up, side to side a little bit, 360 rotation. 360 rotation on the arms. Pauldrons, or the arms do pull out like that to give you some room for posability. The pauldrons are on their own little barbell joint, both of them. There's a rotation right here, 360 all the way around. Double jointed elbows look really good. For the wrist, they are the barbell joint that goes up, down, in and out, and all around. 360. So with the wrist articulation and the elbow articulation, you get very nice potential for posability. The chest has some back and forth. Not too much side to side. This guy is kind of tight. There's a 360 rotation at the waist, but he's got a lot going on. You have to remove some of his this gear that he has on. Splits about that much. I'm not going to force it. I'm getting a lot of resistance at that point. There's some here. Sitting obviously is going to be an issue because of this vinyl piece. Again, you would have to remove that. We have thigh rotation. Very nice. Double jointed knees. Let's see here. There we go. The other piece was getting in the way. So that's what that joint looks like there. Looks very cool. For the feet, they go down, up. Got some rockers. There's a rotation 360, but you got to get past the cylinder. I'm not going to force that on an expensive figure. So it's there for you. And then we can push these in like this and go back to his normal aesthetic. Overall, very nice looking figure. I love the character. I'm going to really enjoy that head sculpt. We'll take a look at it here in a second, because it is a beautiful head sculpt, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So here's that head sculpt. It looks amazing. The hair really is incredible. I give multiple shades of paint and browns and maybe a little bit of blonde in there, but he has a braid here. Looks very cool. Hair flows down. The sculpting on the hair is just incredible. He has so much hair, he doesn't even have any ears. On the back, you see how this hair just flows up around the top of his face and head, and then on the back it kind of gets combed to the side. You can see a piece of the helmet that's still attached and his under suit. Really check out that head sculpt. This guy. Now the face is kind of painted. To me, it's a little too dirty. Should be a little cleaner, but he looks pretty good. Looks like a Viking. Very cool. I'm not sure how hard this is going to be to put on, but yeah, I'm going to do this off camera, so I want to pause the video here. It's going to be like an instant for you guys, so I'll be right back. So if you guys are interested, this is what the figure looks like without the head on. It has a ball bell joint on the side. That was pretty tough to get off. And as you can see, it has pretty much the same piece on the bottom. Let's see if this goes on easier than that came off. Yep, there we go. Takes a little bit of force. Looks like that's going to be unfortunate. It goes down to the side. This piece here, I was worried about that. Here is the head sculpt first of all. Let's take a look at that on the figure. That's a beautiful head sculpt, nonetheless. That's one thing I was worried about, was this, how this was going to fare against this piece here, this round piece here. And definitely it looks like it's going to pretty much into an awkward side head tilt position because the way that hair is hitting that. So that wasn't very well researched by Joytoy. So, oh, let me get that out of the zoom position. But you can kind of get it, I guess. But he's going to have an upward, sideward look to him. But I still love the head sculpt though. You can see how his head's sitting kind of sideways. Pretty nice. Guess you can try to play around with it and maybe heat this up and try to rebend it. I'm not sure if that's possible. That's pretty close to the head and the base of the sculpt. So, okay, not too bad though. So for his accessories, he has his heavy bolt pistol, gunmetal with the wash on it and the black, drilled through the side, drilled barrel. That's cool. One thing I did notice that usually comes with most of the Space Marines is you get two versions. You get this empty pistol holster, and then you get one with the handle that's sticking out, which is non-removable. So that was not included in the set, and it's not supposed to be apparently. So that's definitely maybe a cutback on cost. I'm not totally sure, or because you are getting another piece, I guess the cape. That we'll be taking a look at. You can see how well he holds his gun. I put it in his hand very nicely. Looks very cool. It's a nice looking figure. Very nice. So, now we have that out of the way. We're still got his main weapon, which is a new piece for the Warhammer set collection from Joytoy. Is this beautiful battle axe. We got the black here in the center. We got the silver blades on the end. We got power nodes here, done in a metallic blue, gold in the middle, little gold triangle there with a little red metallic triangle, brown handle wrap. And we have a chain with like either a tooth or a claw on it. Other side pretty much mirrors that side, just in reverse. It's the top of it painted nicely. Very cool. This is a nice looking weapon. This is quite large if you compare to the figure. Let's see if we can, maybe we can utilize this hand, see if we can hold this battle axe. No, that's probably not the proper hand for that. This is more of an open hand. You do get other hands. Let's see if we can hold it with this particular hand he has on. Oh yeah, he can hold that. Puts up on his shoulder. It's very cool. Definitely looks like a Viking now. And of course, we can probably get that in different poses if you want to, fine tune it for your displays. But it looks really, really good. Let's see, we can bring it across, and we can get a double hand maybe. Yeah, you can get double hand easily, like so. Looks very cool. So let's just go ahead and get these extra sets of hands out of the way. Let's see here. More tight gripping, hands, very, very stiff. And then you have another set of hands here. So you get a total of 6 hands. Okay, here we have his cape, very nicely painted. We have the light all into the dark paint scheme. Gray paws, black claws. We have the tail here attached with some gold half a cylinder and a little gold cylinder with a silver clip. Pretty nice looking, very nicely sculpted. It's a vinyl piece. And we'll hold on for 1 second and we'll look at his power pack because these go together. Light blue, some wash, with the light black fins, some silver studs throughout. These do rotate, and I think they know now they're starting to become more and more needed to be heated because they're stuck. But they do rotate 360. Gunmetal vents, some more vents here, some silver on the sides. On back, they did paint the wires inside, is really good. 2 pegs, be careful. These are breaking points. So what we need to do now is grab Logan, and we need to get this piece first because this fits over. You notice this hole is cut out there, goes right there, and then we got to take this piece and stick it on the back, and it's very well tolerated, so it went perfectly. So here's how that looks. It's very nice. I still would love to see some kind of soft goods, but I know that would probably jack the price up for manufacturing. But you know, that'd be amazing if that was soft goods. Very cool. That's what it looks like from the front. Very nice. Now I do want to point something out. This newer wave of figures with the Blade Guard veterans and the Space Wolves claw pack are starting to add these desiccant package into the figures. Now I'm hoping this is the right measurement, because if you don't get this right, you can dry out stuff and suck all moisture out of life, and then you're going to one day open your figures up that's been in storage for years and they're just going to fall apart because they dried your figures out too much. So I don't trust Joytoy on the idea of getting this correct. So if you have issues with dampness in where you live at, I'd suggest you get rid of this. For one thing, get rid of it to protect your property, and then second of all, keep this out if you have kids. If you're buying these figures for your kids, make sure you're removing this. Don't let them eat this. This isn't candy. So it does say dangerous, do not eat on it. So just be very careful. You know, if you don't need this, I don't believe, in my opinion, for me at least, and probably most people don't need this. You might want to pitch that before you give it to your kid, or you know, store your figure. In my opinion, I don't think this is this silly. But you know, this is probably adding to the cost of the figure, which is unfortunate. So my final thoughts on this guy, the negatives. It's got to be that head sculpt braid, because it does affect the overall ability to pose your head. And then the lack of the extra pistol case with the handling. I think that's actually, you know, become a standard now because they've done it so long, and that's kind of missing. So, you know, did we lose that pistol case for that stupid desiccant pack? Possible. So, yeah, other than that, I don't really have any other complaints. It's a beautiful figure. I love the accessories that we do get. Love the sculpt. I do love the head sculpt that he has. You don't get me wrong, I think it's very awesome, but it's just a little of a pain because of the cylinder on the neck armor. So price, I think I paid like $36 for him from China. I think they're going for pre-order in the United States for about $46 if you wait for a U.S. retailer to you know, get them in stock. I do recommend the figures. They're fantastic looking figures, especially if you're a fan of the Space Wolves. Maybe some heating with the braid, you might be able to get that to work out a little better. I'm not totally sure if that's going to work, but just be careful if you try. We don't want to, you know, damage our figures. I don't recommend putting that in hot water because that is a painted face. You might warp and have the paint run, so be careful. If you want to do that, it's up to you, but I don't recommend it. Thanks so much for you guys watching the video. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. I really appreciate that also. It really helped me out. Comment down below, and we'll see you in our next review.